Alright, so welcome dito sa ating day 4 ng ating 5-day Facebook Ads Challenge. And thank you so much guys for still joining me sa pang-apat na araw natin. And I hope you guys are, ang tawag dito, learning so far, no? Kamusta naman ang inyong learnings, no? Pa-comment naman dyan. Yan, meron ba tayong natututunan? Kung hindi, titigilan ko na to. All right. So, yan, 7:30 PM. Welcome everyone. Nandito ba si Miss Ann? Yan, sobrang solid, sabi ni JLT yan. Wala pa ba si Miss Ann? Kung wala pa si Miss Ann, that's fine. We can go ahead and open her ads manager. Nag-launch tayo kagabi ng ano pangalan na ito, ng campaign. Ano nga ba yung ano niya? Jacinto, no? Jacinto. Hindi, ano nga ba yung ad account niya? Kalimutan ko yung ad account niya. Madoro, hindi, iba pala ito. Tandaan nyo guys. Jacinto yung product niya, but
Hi, Coach. Nandito na po ako.
ay, andiyan ka na. Ano nga ulit yung ad account name mo? Kalimutan ko.
Jacinto and Lirio.
Yung page mo. Pero yung name ng ad account is
Wait lang, open ko.
or Soriano nga ba yan?
JNL Social Media.
Sorry.
JNL Social Media.
Hindi mo pa naman ako tinanggal, no? Hindi ko makita dito. Social media. Naalala ko na. Ayun, JNL pala. Ayun, nakita ko na. So, kala ko iniwan mo na kami. Yan. So, I'm gonna head over to your ad account and let's see the data, no? So, lucky yung batch na to kasi most of the time whenever I
5 Marlboro Lights.
ayan, so ito na natin si Sir Mark. Ayan, so kapag nagkakaroon ako ng 5-day Facebook Ads Challenge, normally puro messaging campaign. However, this time both campaigns ang anahin natin, ang anong tawag dito, ang i-dissect natin in terms of data. All right, let me just quickly share my screen and let me know you guys if you can see it. You guys can see it, type yes in the chat. Before I proceed, kasi baka mamaya hindi nyo nakikita, daldal ako ng daldal. Kita nyo guys, type yes in the chat if you guys can see it. Walang nagtatype, kung hindi nyo nakikita. Ayan, si Miss Jen, ayan, meron nang nakakita. Si Miss Ann. All right, sige. Unahin natin itong CTM campaign. So we're able to get 9 messages out of 3 ad sets na meron tayo. Diba? So nag-testing tayo ng broad open audience, meron tayong ang tawag dito, interest targeting, no, and then demographics targeting. And as far as you can see it, you can actually recognize which of the ad sets gets the most number of messages at the lowest cost, di ba? So the broad open audience says that's 15 pesos 0.82 cents cost per message. The sustainable clothing says the cost per message is about 32.98, so double the cost per message nung nasa broad open audience. And the senior employees, Meta says 21.35. So it's a bit expensive from the broad open audience. So clearly, alam mo agad na you're getting a much lower cost per message dun sa ad set na broad open audience. You see, wala akong inilagay na interest, walang demographics at all. And then I let the Meta algorithm find the best audience possible for my ads. Does that make sense? So now what we're gonna do is we need to be able to, kasi itong day 4 natin as promised, we're gonna talk about the metrics ni Meta. Now we need to know the metrics. What metrics do we need to know ba when making a decisions? So kapag messaging or CTM campaigns, tatlo lang yung tinitingnan ko. No, number of messages. Okay. Quality of messages and cost per message. Yun lang, tatlo lang. Cost per message. So to simplify, if you were able to, let's say, spend 15,000 pesos for the month of July, let's just assume that Miss Anne nag-spend siya ng 15,000 pesos for the month of July. Diba? So that's the total ad spend. Okay? Then out of that ad spend, let's say hypothetically say na nakakuha siya ng 350 messages. Diba? Right now kasi we now have 9 messages in total, tama? So 3, 2 and 4. So that will give you an average cost per message kung magkano yung total na ad spend mo. So as to date, ang amount spent natin is 193.28, di ba? Ito nakikita nyo. 193.28 divided by 9 messages. So the average cost per message mo is about 21.47 because you divide number of messages doon sa total ad spend mo. So 193, ulitin ko, 193.28 divided by 9 messages. So that's 21.47 ang average cost per message mo. Di ba? So in this case, if let's say yun nga, for the whole month of July, nakapag-spend ka ng let's say 25,000, ng 15,000, so what you're gonna need to do is, let's say, 15,000 divided by, nakakuha ka ng 350 messages, so that's about 42.85 yung anong tawag dito, cost per message mo. Di ba? Cost per message. Yan yung average cost per message. Now, dun sa calculator na gagamitin natin tomorrow, you need to determine your ideal cost. Okay? So, if, let's say, for example, you were able to determine, okay, 42.85 is the ideal cost, then moving forward, you need to use that metric or benchmark for you to decide or make a decision whenever you optimize your campaigns. That's how simple it is. Diba? Pag sa messaging campaign, tatlo lang. Again, number of messages, quality of messages, cost per message. That's it. Simple. However, dito sa conversions campaign or Shopify testing, yung tinest natin kagabi, meron tong mga parameters na kailangan mong maintindihan. So I'm gonna arrange the reporting column based on what I usually look at, kung ano yung mga metrics na titingnan ko. Sinimplify ko lang ito sa sobrang dami nitong metrics na to. Pag kinilik mo tong itong performance, di ba? Pag kinilik mo tong performance, customize columns, ang dami niyan. Ito di ba? So let's say metrics, sobrang dami nito, guys. And I don't know kung gusto nyo bang pahirapan yung sarili nyo para kabisaduhin lahat yan. So, hanap kayo ng ibang coach kung gusto nyo talagang isa-isahin yan. Pero ang gagawin ko ngayon, hindi ko papahirapan yung mga sarili nyo. Isi-simplify ko lang. Okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna remove yung mga unnecessary metrics dito. So, napag-usapan natin to yung engagement rate ranking, yung day 2 conversion rate ranking, quality ranking. But right now, I'm just gonna remove it first para simplify lang. And then, itong amount spent, i-move ko to dun sa taas. Itong actions, remove ko na to. Delivery and ad set. So, budget, katabi ng campaign. Ayan, delivery yan. So, remove ko yung iba, attribution setting, less significant edit, and schedule. So, I'm gonna start with, may reach na tayo, no? Reach and impressions, tapos susunod dyan, link clicks. Ito, link clicks. The next one would be landing page views. Ito, landing page views. And the next one would be adds to cart. Okay, and then I'm gonna unselect this one. And the next one would be initiate checkout or checkout initiated. Yeah, unselect ko to para simplified lang. And then the next one would be add payment info. Adds payment info or payment info. Yan. So, unselect ko to. And the next one would be purchase. This one. Purchase and purchase value. So, tanggalin ko din to para malinis lang tayo. Daming metrics, no? Next one would be frequency. Yan. Frequency, move natin yan. Ilagay natin doon sa taas ng konti. Tapos, CPM. Yan, cost per 1,000 impressions. Remember guys, ito yung unang charge sa inyo ng Meta. Move ko lang sa taas. Ano pa ba? May kulang pa ba ako? I think. Let me see. So, budget, amount spent, ads, the outset name dun sa dulo. Bid strategy. Amounts, ito. So, budget, amount spent, yung CPM baba natin dito. Katabi ng impressions. Tapos yung result, itatabi natin sa cost per result. Link click sa taas. Yan. Tingnan natin kung medyo okay na siya. So we now have amount spent. Ito na yung column, results, cost per result, frequency, reach, impression, CPM, link clicks, landing page views, ads to cart, checkout initiated, ads payment info. Kulang pa ako pala. ROAS. Okay. ROAS. Ito. Then, uncheck ko lang ito. Nasa dulo yung ROAS. Okay. Now, I'm gonna open a Facebook ads library. By the way, guys, you can pangalan nito, spy on your competitors dito sa Facebook ads library. 'Di ba? So, I'm gonna go here, ads library, and Philippines, ad category, select all ko lang. And hanapin natin si Jacinto, pangalan nun? Jacinto and Lirio. Okay. Lirio. This one. Tama na, yan. So basically, lahat ng ads ni Miss Ann, makikita ko dito sa Facebook ads library. You guys can search your competitors using the Facebook ads library, no, para makita niyo kung ano yung mga nagra-run nilang ads. So assuming guys na, say for example, dumaan itong ad na to, yung nilaunch natin kagabi sa akin. Dumaan yung ads na to sa akin. So dito sa reporting column, 'di ba? Gumawa tayong reporting column, 'di ba? Sa reporting column, lalagay dito yung reach. Ilan yung na-reach ng ads mo? So according to Meta, between July 1 to July 24, which is today, doon sa PH Head of Marketing na ad set, we're able to get 228 reach and for about 275 impressions. Sa ecotourism naman, that's 237, 135 naman sa ethical, etc. etc. So, that's reach. So, ibig sabihin, pag dumaan yung ad sa target audience mo, automatically, yung reporting column na to, magkakaroon ng numbers. Now, yung impressions, it's the same people na nakakita ng ads mo, pero more than once. That's the reason why meron tayong frequency. Ibig sabihin, the average person sees your ads for about, or saw your ads for about 1 and 0.20. Ibig sabihin, some of them have shown your ads to these people. So, out of 275 na impressions, ibig sabihin nun, pag minus mo yung 275 minus 228, about 47 individuals, nakita nila yung ads mo twice. Di ba? So, 275 minus 228, that's 47 individuals have seen your ads more than once. So, ganun po siya basahin. Now, according to Meta, you are being charged per 1,000 impressions. Although, hindi mo pa nare-reach yung 1,000 impressions mo. Di ba sabi ko, at least 1,000 impressions na yung nandito. So, right now, kumbaga, kinakalculate na ni Meta. You are being charged 277.45 for this ad set. No, per 1,000 impressions. Although, counting pa rin siya. No? Ibig sabihin, may possibility na bumaba pa yan or tumaas. And one ad set is basically you're being charged 454.38. So, medyo mahal ng konti ito. Yung cost per 1,000 impressions. So, ang average mo is about 250-ish. So, 277, 252, 278, 271. So, around nasa 250 ka on the average. And there's one ad set na medyo mataas ng konti, no? Almost twice as much nung other ad sets mo. So, that's how you're being charged by Meta. Now, link clicks, ibig sabihin nun, when a person click your link, for example, dumaan nga sa akin tong ad na to, tapos kinilik ko yung learn more, that's a link click. Diba? Kasi may link akong niligay eh. So that's a link click. Napunta ako dito sa page na to, then that would be counted as landing page views. Diba? Kasi, tingnan mo to, magda-drop yan eh, tingnan mo to. Teka, doon tayo sa ano. Tama, Shopify sales to. So, nagda-drop siya. Out of 17 link clicks, only 12 of them are patient enough to wait for the page to load. Okay? Ibig sabihin, out of 17, pag binasa mo yung metrics mo na yan, 17 minus 12, that's 5 of them just go on with their life and never mind. Kumbaga parang, okay, dumaan yung ads mo sa akin, tapos kinilik ko yung link, tapos ang tagal mag-load, so nagpatuloy ako sa buhay ko sa pag-i-scroll sa social media. So 5 doon, tinamad nang entayin na mag-load yung website mo. That's how you read the metrics. So the good thing here is it's 5 on 5. Ibig sabihin 5 clicks and then 5 landing page views. This one is 14 link clicks and only 9 of them. Ayan, so meron ding 5. So you get the point. So that's how you read the landing page views. Now, if I'm able to, let's say, go to the shop and retail, let's say, here's a bags. And then, let's say, in-add to cart ko siya. Kililik ko tong add to cart. Okay, namili ako. And the add to cart will, anong tawag dito? Will count here, dito sa column na to. Magkakaroon ka ng adds to cart. So right now, wala pang nag-add to cart. Wala pang nag-checkout initiated. So, let's say, for the sake of this demonstration, what I'm gonna do is click add to cart. Okay, pag kinilik ko yung checkout, itong button na checkout, itong checkout initiated, magkakaroon siya ng data. Ilan yung nag-add to cart, ilan yung nag-checkout initiated. So napunta na ako dito sa payment info. So if I'm going to fill this out, like my email, my contact info, my zip code, etc., and then I pay it with, let's say, via Visa or GrabPay, whatever, then the reporting column dito sa ads of payment info will also be recorded. Okay, when I completed the purchase, okay, let's say pay now, yung 1,135 na yun na amount will also be recorded dito sa purchase conversion value, and the number of purchases, kung ilan yung bumili, will also be counted in this column. Now, yung sa dulo, yung sa dulo yung tinatawag na purchase ROAS, or yung tinatawag purchase ROAS or return on ad spend, will be calculated. How much have you spent? Okay, divided by the total number of sales you generated. So let's say for example, 1,135 yung total sales ko na generate, and let's say for example, I've spent 135 pesos for my ads, or sabihin natin 100. So 1,135 divided by 100 pesos, ang ROAS ko is 11.35. That's the return on ad spend na tinatawag. Okay, that's how you read the data or the metrics nung pagka meron kang website or meron kang landing page. Okay, now, the ideal CTR would be at least, sandali, wala akong CTR, yan, my bad. So, customize columns. Ang di natin nalagay is CTR pala. Okay, may CTR dito, may unique CTR link click-through rate, pero ang ginagamit ko dito is ito, link click-through rate. Di ba? So, tinatabi ko yon dun sa link clicks. Tatabi siya ng link clicks. Okay? Yun yung percentage ng people na nag-click. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, out of 275 impressions, there are 17 people who click the link. And if you do the math, that's 6.14% click-through rate. Okay? For this specific ad set. And this one got 1.72, this one got 9.15%, this one is 2%, and this one is 5.84%. Now, the ideal click-through rate should be at least 1 to 2%. Anong nakikita mo dito, Miss Anne, sa click-through rate?
1 to 9%.
Yeah. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? Ang ibig sabihin nun, people are interested sa ads mo. Because people are clicking on it eh. 'Di ba? Ang benchmark or yung tipong sinasabi nating ideal click-through should be between 1 to 2%. And as far as the data is concerned, it tells you that your ads are getting eyeballs already. Meaning people are interested already doon sa ads mo na pinapakita. Okay, here's the thing. If you have a good click-through rate, but you have a low conversion rate, it has something to do with your website. Okay, ulitin ko. If you have a good click-through rate, as far as you can see it, good or bad? Good, yeah? Tama, kasi more than 2% eh. Diba? But, sooner or later, kapag ito ay dumating sa 1,000 impressions or sabihin mo ng 1,500 impressions at wala pa ring bumibili, okay, in the 5 to 7 day stretch ng iyong testing, that means it has something to do with your website. Your website failed to convert people once they landed on your website. Does that make sense? Nakuha niyo po, Miss Anne? May
Yeah.
question kayo? Okay? So, ganun nyo siya babasahin yung data. Pagka mataas ang CTR ninyo at walang nagko-convert sa website ninyo, yung website ninyo may problema. However, kapag mababa ang click-through rate ninyo, ibig sabihin wala man lang 1 to 2% inaabot, let's say 0.67%, 0.50% or 0.30%, that means walang kwenta yung creatives mo. Because people are not clicking on it. They're not interested. Yun lang ibig sabihin nun. Gets? In this case, sa scenario natin dito, people are interested because people are clicking on it. Mataas ang CTR mo eh. Gets? So, here, you need to at least run this campaign for at least 5 to 7 days because you already have a good CTR. Yun lang yung mapapayo ko sa'yo. Ganun lang siya kasimple. Okay? So, if I were to break it down, pag may website ka, 1 to 2% ang ideal CTR. Tapos at least 1,500 impressions ang ma-generate nung ads mo. And 3 days minimum tolerance, minimum testing. Okay, and then 5 to 7 days maximum tolerance. Di ba? So nagets nyo na, 3 days. Okay, bakit pinaabot ko ng 7 days? Yung maximum tolerance ko. It's because of this. Yung tinatawag na attribution window ni Meta. It says here, 7-day click or 1-day view. Okay, ibig sabihin in the next 7 days, dapat magkaroon ka ng first click, okay, or 1-day view para makita mo kung may magko-convert. Yung window na yon, kaya ako siya pinaabot ng 5 to 7 days maximum tolerance. Kasi yun lang yung window ko para makita kung may interested ba dun sa ads ko or hindi, or wala. 3 days minimum tolerance. Bakit? Kasi I want to make sure that I am not pausing my ads too early. 'Di ba? Kasi kung i-pause ko tong ads ko na sobrang aga pa, parang hindi ko binibigyan siya ng time para mag-optimize. Especially given the data na mataas ang click-through rate ko. Telltale signs yan na maganda yung ads na pinapakita mo. However, magkakatalo to dun sa website conversions. Your website conversion should be at least 1 to 2% conversion rate or tinatawag nating CVR. Gets? So, right now, pupunta tayo doon sa stop sharing ko muna to. Pupunta tayo doon sa page mo, Miss Ann. Tapos, pupunta tayo sa Meta Business Suite. Para balikan natin yung sa messaging campaign. Oops, nangyari dito. Lolo ko na naman si Meta. Ayan. So, Meta Business Suite. So, ganito po siya. Punta tayo ng Meta Business Suite, punta tayo ng inbox. Okay? Okay. Nakikita nyo tong yung merong Meta icon or Meta ID. Ayun yung parang 8 na dapa. Ayun 8 na dapa, 8 na dapa. Ibig sabihin yan guys, galing yan sa ads natin. Ibig sabihin nakita ni Miss Gloria yung ads ni Miss Ann. Okay, yun yung ibig sabihin. Kaya meron siyang ad ID na 120-292-287-160-80004444. Di ba? Ngayon, babalik tayo dito sa Ads Manager. Lahat nung ilo-launch ninyo na CTM campaign or yung click-to-message campaign, dapat nyong lagyan ng tinatawag na ad ID. Ito yung CTM natin, di ba? So, pag pumunta ako dito sa ad level, okay, kiklik ko tong box na to, tapos click edit. Pupunta ako dito sa 3 dots, ito, sa top right. So, ang gagawin ko dyan is kukunin ko itong add ID dito sa baba. Ito, copy, and then close. And then, double-click ko tong pencil, space, dash, paste, publish. Ngayon, gagawin ko lahat ng add ID. No? Bear with me on this one. Gagawan ko sila na lahat ng add ID. Kasi magkakaiba yung add ID niyan eh. Or pag na-duplicate mo, alas pare-pareho naman sila. So, tingnan natin. Yan. Kasi tatlo lang naman yan eh. So, gawa natin lahat ng add ID. Copy, close, ay meron na pala. Ay, ito palang isa, may wala pa. Copy ko tong 3 dots. Yan, copy, close. Yan, lahat sila may add ID na siya. Okay. Now, let's assume na itong si Miss Gloria bumili. Yan, so, yan, sabi niya, hi Gloria, yan. So, ano yung ano natin, yung chat daw. Ngayon, bababa ka dito sa baba. Makita mo tong add ID na to, 120229. So, ang gagawin natin dito 120229, ano to? 120229, 287, naduduling ako. 229, 287, 160, 800, 444. Yan. Diba? Ngayon, let's say for example, itong si Gloria nga bumili. Okay, madali mo siyang ma-attribute doon sa ads manager mo. Kung babalik ka lang dito, and then, let's say for example, there are, let's say, thousands of ad creatives na na-launch mo dito. Ayan o, labo-labo na, di ba? So, ang dami dyan, no? Yan, pag ginanon mo siya. So, the only way or the fastest way to find the ad creative na nagbigay sa'yo ng conversions is via ad ID. So, all you need to do is, again guys, nasa ad level ako. Pupunta ako dito sa search by name, and then I'm gonna paste it here, yung ad ID na kinopy ko dun sa kabila, sa Meta Business Suite. And I'm gonna click the ad IDs, yung ad IDs, hindi yung ad set, hindi yung campaign, sa ad level. So, i-click ko to, and then Meta will give me the exact ad creative that anong tawag dito? Contributed to a conversion. Meaning, itong dalawang message na to, na nakita ko dito sa results, one of those is Miss Gloria Bueno. Galing siya dun sa message na yon. Okay, itong taong to, ito yung nakita niyang ad. Ito yung specific ad na to na nandito sa specific ad set na sustainable clothing. So, madali ko siyang basahin. So, ngayon, alam ko na ito yung nagbibigay ng conversion sa akin, itong ad creatives na to at itong ad set na to. So, I'm gonna keep on optimizing it. So, babalik ako dito. Ang gagawin ko dahil nagbayad na si Miss Gloria, kiklik ko tong create order. Click ko lang tong allow. Tapos, lalagyan ko, magkano yan? 1,135 yung binili niya. Magkano yung product na yon? So, yan. So, let's say leather bag, kunyari lang. And then, create order. Okay? Once I'm able to do that, I'm gonna go back here again. I-click ko tong new customer, itong box na to. Itong box na to, di ba, suggested labels. I-click ko tong new customer, today's date, order placed. Tapos pwede ko siyang lagyan ng label, halimbawa, July 2025 customers. 2025 customers. Customers. Yan. So may label na yan. Tapos enter lang natin. Hindi ko na-enter kasi masisira yung ano natin. Yung labeling natin. So hindi pa naman kasi siya bumili. So tapos pwede ko maglagay ng add note. Halimbawa, please deliver, or let's say, make sure to Or pwedeng kahit anong note. Halimbawa, next week mo na ipadala tong bag ko kasi walang magre-receive niyan. Wala ako dito ng next week, let's say, nasa Boracay ako. So, please deliver parcel or deliver parcel the following week. The following week. Yan. So, ikaw lang nakakabasa niyan. Tapos, isi-save mo lang siya. And kung ano yung, basta kung ano yung mag-make sense dun sa notes mo na yun, yun yung gagawin mo. Tapos, pwede mong i-remind yung sarili mo, schedule a reminder. Let's say, deliver parcel now. Halimbawa, ganun. Deliver parcel. O, kailan yan? Let's say, sabi ni Miss Gloria, ipa-deliver mo yun ng 31. Ayan. Tapos yun, mare-remind ka ngayon ng alas 8 ng umaga. Ayan, alas 8 ng umaga na ipapa-deliver mo na yung parcel. Goods? Ayos? May questions? Ayos ba? Sino may questions? Ang galing ko muna ito, baka mabasa yung aking headset. So, alam nyo na guys, magbasa ng metrics. Ayos? Ayos ba? Ayos daw sabi ni JLT. Komplikado ba si Meta? Simple lang, di ba? Pinasimplify ko lang sa inyo. Kasi sobrang komplikado niya, sa normal na tao na hindi niya masyado nakakasama or hindi kumbaga parang bago sa mata nila yung si Meta, mukha siyang komplikado. Yes, talaga naman. Kasi nung nag-umpisa ako, komplikado talaga para sa akin. Pero nung naintindihan ko, okay, ganun lang pala. So, any questions? Let's have an question and answer portion. Again, alam niyo na basahin yung metrics. Gusto kong maintindihan, naiintindihan yung metrics. Kasi merong mga nagjo-join, Coach, papatayin ko na ba to? May mga nagme-message pa rin. Coach, papatayin ko na ba to? Mag-i-increase na ba ako ng budget? Sino pa rin ang nalilito? 7 days po ba talaga yung standard para makita niyo ng result for hotel industry po? Usual promo codes nirara namin. Ganito siya, Miss Hannah. Kapag nagme-messaging campaign ka, wag mong tingnan yung 7-day click and 1-day view. Okay? Titingnan mo lang kapag meron kang website or landing page. Kasi ang titingnan mo kapag messaging campaign, number 1, ulitin ko, number of messages. Number 2, quality of messages. Number 3, cost per message. The reason why 7 days yung pinapa-maximum ko if meron kang website or landing page. Bakit? Kasi especially if you're optimizing for a conversion or a lead conversion or a website purchase conversion, it has to be in the 7-day time frame. Diba? Katulad nito, yung dun sa case ni Miss Anna, the reason why gusto ko siyang ipamax up to 7-day period because the click-through rate is good. And we are, let's say, nilaunch natin kagabi. So, wala pang 24 hours yung ad na yun eh. Magto 24 hours pa lang mamayang madaling araw, alas 12. So, masyado pang early para to decide to kill or scale. So, let it run for about 3 days, Miss Anna. And in the next 3 days, I'm pretty much sure if the website is compelling or good enough for people to convert, naiintindihan yung product, okay yung presyo sa kanila, and they are somewhat a consumer who is your target consumer na gusto mong tamaan, nakarelate dun sa okay, I am an environmentalist. I want an ethical consumerism. I like this bag because it speaks about my cause. Diba? It speaks about my personality. So I'm gonna purchase this bag because nagandahan ako and then may cause. Big sabihin, You're not just selling bags, you're trying to help the environment. And that's me. Okay, kung ako yung tao na yun, bibili ako. However, kapag yung website mo magulo, hindi nila intindihan kung ano yung binibenta mo, hindi tama yung value proposition mo doon, they will just opt out. They will just bounce. Nag-click sila, nag-land doon sa landing page mo, and pag landing nila sa landing page or doon sa product page, it doesn't make sense, they will just go out. And that's it, sayang yung clicks. Okay? Kapag hotel industry, lead po ba ang recommended coach? May website po kami and app. Yes, lead generation. Okay? Yung app, leads din ang i-ano mo dyan, i-optimize mo dyan. Yung website, leads din. Usual promo codes ang nirarun ninyo, and then wait for 2 to 3 days. Miss Hannah, if you were able to get leads in the next 3 days, that's a good sign. If walang leads in the next 3 days, but the CTR is good, keep that campaign or ad up to 5 to 7 days. Okay? Yun yung parameters na tinitingnan ko. So, there are coaches na sasabi nila, dapat 24 hours pa lang, alam mo na. It's too early para sa akin. But it's up to you kung alin yung susundin yung framework. Wala namang problema doon. Okay? Again, we have different frameworks that we follow. So, it's up to you kung kaninong framework ang gagamitin nyo, walang problema. Okay? So, I hope I was able to answer your question, Miss Hannah. Paano po kaya if almost 2 weeks na maraming inquiries pero wala na-generate na sales, real estate industry, mataas ang CTR? Again, Jomar, hindi applicable sa iyo yung CTR kapag ka messaging campaign ka. Okay? Ang applicable sa iyo is cost per message, number of messages, and quality of messages. Nagets? Now, you need at least 1 month data for you to decide. Pangalan nito si Jomar, Sir Jomar. You need at least 1 month data for you to decide. Unlike doon sa website or landing page conversions, in the next 3 to 5 to 7 days, I'm able to determine if my ads are not performing. However, sa messaging campaign, I need at least 1 month data. So, kailangan mo mag-run ng isang buong buwan para ma-determine mo magkano yung nagastos mo, ilan yung nag-message doon sa page mo, magkano yung cost per message, at ilan yung nag-convert. Diba? So, that's matrabaho the messages, the messaging campaigns. Kaya hindi ako masyado nagme-messaging campaign. How many days until goal na 1,500 impressions po na nabanggit nyo? Normally, Miss Ann, it would generate for about 1,000 to 1,500 impressions in the next 2 to 3 days. Normally, if the cost per 1,000 impression is about 250 to 350 pesos. Across all industries dito sa Pilipinas, ang average cost per 1,000 impression is about 250 pesos to 350 pesos. You are just right on the sweet spot. No, nasa middle ka lang. Nakita mo 250 to 277. Ang pinakamataas mo is 450 something. So, in the next 2 to 3 days, I can guarantee that you're gonna hit 1,000 to 1,500 impressions. Okay, that's the reason why 3 days minimum tolerance yung binibigay ko. Okay, in the next 5 to 7 days, aabot na yun ng mga 1,700, 2,000 impressions. Gets? Miss Ann, are you getting the point? Are you getting me? JLT, pag na-pause po ba yung ad, then binalikan ko yun after 2 weeks or probably 1 month, and let's say nag-work yung ad na yun, na-pause ko siya accidentally kasi di ko alam yung gagawin that time. Should I turn that on and hindi ko na ulit siya testing phase? Ano advice nyo? Yes, you can just turn it on, but it will take for about 36 hours before it will optimize again. Normally, ganun siya, 36 hours or 3 days. But in worst case scenario, talagang hindi na siya nag-optimize ng maayos. I have a campaign na nung nilaunch ko, pinapost ni client, tapos nung in-enable namin, it took us like 5 to 7 days bago nag-keep yung momentum. That's the reason why hindi ko ina-advise na may mga tao kasi na, oy, patayin natin ng ganitong araw kasi hindi wala namang busy yung tao. So buhayin na lang natin ng ganito, tapos patayin na naman natin, buhayin. So hindi ko ina-advise na ganun. So keep it running. Especially kung it brings results, so keep it running. Kumbaga tingin ko po kasi nag-kill ako ng ad, then nag-work sa akin eh. So, well, just turn it on, but I cannot guarantee that the same result will be the same. May recommended budget po ba kayo if lead? Usually 3 to 5K po yung budget namin for 7 days. Miss Hannah, this is my framework. Okay? I call it 100 pesos Facebook ad strategy framework. Okay? And the method I'm using is called TVS method. T stands for testing, V stands for validate, and S stands for scaling. Whenever I test my campaigns, I use 100 peso budget for per ad set, and one ad set, one ad creatives, one ad. Kung ano yung sinet-up ko kay Miss Ann ngayon, kay Miss Ann, ganun ko siya tinetest. Okay? Ito siya. So, it's up to you kung susundin mo, wala namang problema kung hindi. So the way I test things is I create a test campaign separate from the scaling campaign. So this is my test campaign, kaya nilagyan ko siya ng testing. And whatever I test it with 100 peso budget. Ayan o. Bawat ad set dyan, mayroong 100 pesos. Ayan o. And bawat ad set, meron lang isang ad. Okay? For some, ang ginagawa nila, they will spend for about 300 pesos or 250. Then they will put for about 2 to 3 ad creatives inside. That's fine. Wala namang kaso doon. No, it's their technique, it's their framework. So you can use them or not, or you can use mine. That's fine. But this is how I do things. Okay, pa 100 lang ako. Then what's gonna happen is ganito ko siya ginagawa. Miss Hannah. Okay? Kita niyo na yung whiteboard ko. So it's TVS. So testing, ang testing ko 100 pesos lang yan. Okay, once I'm able to find the best combination, ibig sabihin, yung may potential na ad creatives at yung ad set na nag-work, I'm gonna duplicate it into a new campaign with a budget of 1,000 peso per day. The same ad creatives that came from this campaign. So ito, kung ito yung ad creative mo, say let's name it ad 1. I'm just gonna duplicate it into a new campaign. Ilalagay ko siya dito. So the same ad, yan pa rin yung ad 1, but it's spending 1,000 peso budget. Now I need to determine how much is the cost per result I'm getting on the average. For example, the cost per message here is, or cost per purchase here is about, let's say, 50 pesos. And nung dinuplicate ko na siya, ang cost per purchase nandito is about, let's say, 70 pesos. So, ibig sabihin, naglalaro sa between 50 to 70 pesos yung cost per purchase on the average ko. Now, if I'm able to determine that 70 pesos is my ideal cost per purchase, that's when I'm going to launch a new campaign. It's called scaling using cost cap campaign, and I'm going to spend 5,000 peso budget on this one daily. But I have to maintain a cost per purchase of 70 pesos moving forward because I'm able to determine my ideal cost. So that's my framework na sinusunod. So T is testing, V is for validate, S for scaling. So if I were you, Miss Hannah, ang gawin mo, test for 100 pesos and test multiple creatives for 100 peso budget, ilabas mo yung ad set na yon into a new campaign. Kapag promising siya, maganda yung CTR, maganda yung leads na pumapasok, and then budgetan mo ng mas malaki. Okay? And then once binudgetan mo ng mas malaki, di ba sabi mo nga 3 to 5K yung budget mo, and then buhos mo dun yung yung budget dun sa winning ad na yun. Di ba? Tapos yung 5K na yun, yung 3 to sabi mo 5K, sa cost cap mo na yung 5K gawin. Di ba? So yun, kumbaga there's a testing environment, there's a validate environment na scaling, and then there's gonna be scaling using cost cap campaign. So tatlong layer siya. Okay, so yung environment na yun magkakaiba. Testing environment, validate campaign environment, and then scaling campaign environment with a much larger budget. So si Sir Jomar is pahabaan talaga ng PC dyan, Sir Jomar. So kung nagme-messaging campaign ka, tingnan mo yung magkano yung cost per message mo on the average. I-total mo lahat nung nag-message dun sa page mo. Okay? And then i-divide mo yung total spend mo sa ads. I-divide mo kung ilan yung pumasok na message. Yun yung average cost per message mo. Are you happy with that? That's the question. If you're happy with the average cost per message, then so be it. That's gonna be your benchmark moving forward. Does that make sense? So advisable talaga yung reduce budget kaysa sa pause ad, no? Yes, reduce budget mo lang. Iba-ibang creatives per ad set or same for the test? Ganito kasi siya, Miss Anne. The way we set up things kagabi is that right now, kita mo yung screen ko, di ba? Yung sinetup natin kagabi, what we're actually testing is the interest. Di ba? Magkakaibang interest kasi ito eh. May broad, may sustainable clothing, may ethical consumerism, ecotourism, head of marketing. But we are using the same ad for all of them. Di ba? Wala man tayong binago dito eh. Same video, same headline, same copy, same destination ng website. Wala tayong binago. But the thing is, magkakaiba ng targeting, magkakaiba ng interest. So what we're testing here is the audience. Okay? Now, dun sa question mo, magkakaiba ba ng creatives? That will be the case if you were gonna test creatives. Let's assume that amongst these ad sets, itong merong 9.15% na CTR, ito talaga yung nakita mo nag-work. Okay? Now, you pause everything. You pause this one, you pause this one, you pause this one, you pause this one, and you keep this one active. Now, it's up to you to test the creatives. Okay? Kasi meron ka ng working target audience eh. Nag-work na yung ad set na to. Ibig sabihin, something is already working. Now, ang tanong mo na ngayon, punta ka na sa ad set level. What happens if I'm going to make some changes doon sa ad creatives or doon sa ad na to? What happens if I duplicate this same ad and then I'm gonna change the copy? Say for example, let's say I change the headline. Okay, I change the sales copy or yung ad copy. Now, gamitin, di ba ginamit natin dito ADA model yata yon. Gamitin natin yung isang ad copy na ginawa natin. So, palitan natin ng ad copy using the same video. So, pwede yon. Or, I'm gonna use the same copy. I'm gonna use the same headline. But I'm gonna change the creative. So, I'm gonna remove the video. And then, let's say I'm gonna add a new one. Di ba? So, click next. And then, let's say, let's say this one. Di ba? Ito na yung video na gagamitin ko. Skip and continue. I'm not sure if it's the same. Parang the same video yata yan. I'm just gonna find a new one. Say, hanap ako dito. Kanyari, ito. Video ba to? Video ba yan? Tingnan natin. Yan, mukhang video naman siya. Yan. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, ano ba yung name ng video na to? Hanap ako ng video, wait lang. Or image, pwedeng image. To processing video pa pala, kaya pala ang tagal. Yun, so, ibig sabihin, anong tawag dito? So, let's say, FB ads number 2, yan. Yan. Nag-ano pa siya, nagra-render pa siya, processing video pa. You get my point? So, wala akong binago, kundi video lang, parehong copy, parehong headline, and then parehong destination URL. So, that's how you test it. Diba? Kasi mayroon ka ng working target audience. So, all you need to do is to make variations of the working creatives o yung mga nag-work na creatives to make some changes. Huwag mong gagalawin yung nagrara na ad, Miss Anne. Okay? Kung meron nag-work, never edit, wag kang ma-attempt na palitan mo ng headline yun. Just duplicate the creative that works and change the variables. When I say variables, change the headline, change the copy, change the creatives. That's it. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
But, Coach, before this seminar, may ni-run akong ad dun sa construction na messaging.
Okay.
Tapos yung mga nagba-message, puro suppliers. So, mali yung target ko ba nun? Pero, hindi.
Possible na mali yung ad creatives, mali yung anong tawag dito, yung ad creatives mo. You're attracting people, possible na yung targeting mo, mali talaga. Pero, confident ako na most probably ang mali mo doon yung creatives. Ibig sabihin, you are attracting suppliers. Why not create a video directing doon sa mismong target audience mo? 'Di ba? Ano ba yung target audience mo? Contractors? Ano ba?
Contractor kami. So, ang target audience ko yung mga RT firms or yung mga end clients like, let's say, yung mga business owners, resort owner, or
Ayun. So, pag gumawa ka ng video, automatically, labas pag in the next 3 to 5 seconds ng video mo, resort owner ka ba? Diretso na. Or are you resort owner? Or 3 things to consider, let's say, for example, 3 things to consider when you are a resort owner when looking for a supplier of blank, 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 di ba? So, automatically, na-weed out mo doon yung mga hindi mo target audience. Kasi doon pa lang sa 3 to 5 seconds mo, na-call out mo na yung target audience mo eh. Gets? Does that make sense?
I think kasi yung mga suppliers yun, so parang binibentahan ako. Baka kailangan ng ganito, ganyan na supplies sa project niyo.
Yeah. Dumadaan sa kanila yung ads. So, hindi natin yun. Hindi natin anong tawag dito, ma-weed out lahat. But, ang pinaka-solution mo lang dyan is from the beginning of your videos, i-call out mo na sila agad. direct to the point ano sila na sila talaga yung kino-call out mo, yung target audience mo na 'to. 'Di ba? Para hindi ano, yung iba kasi ano lang eh. Ewan ko ba sa Pinoy. Alam mo yun? So, ayun yung mapapayo ko lang, Miss Ann.
Thank you.
Okay, so JLT di ko alam kung bakit di ko na makita yung screen niyo. Puwede mag-re-share ka ng screen, coach. I'm not sure kung ano, nag-share naman ako kanina. You have the ano naman, anong tawag dito, whiteboard. Sa message inquiries po, makaka-affect po ba sa result kapag hindi namin na-replyan in a day yung mga inquiries? Yes. Bababa yung ano mo, yung response time, Miss Hannah. Kapag halimbawa may nag-message sa page mo, normally alam ni Meta yon. Halimbawa, did you guys purchase sa Lazada, Shopee? Nasubukan niyo ng mag-ano, siguro naman lahat naman tayo nakapag-purchase na sa Lazada and Shopee, no? I-try niyo mag-message dun sa seller. 'Di ba? Pag nakita niyo yung button sa ano, sa Shopee and Lazada, may nakalagay doon na this seller replies, let's say 5 hours on the average, or parang ano, let me see my Shopee. Pakita ko lang sa inyo. Kunyari, ay. Let's say, dali ba't ganito yung ano ko? Meron kang makikita doon sa seller na part. This seller replies, let's say, 5 hours on the average, 12 hours on the average. Pareho lang din sa page yun, pareho sa Facebook page. Nadidetermine ni Meta kung gaano ka kabilis mag-reply or gaano ka bagal mag-reply. Merong effect yun sa page ranking mo. Okay? So, kailangan, ano ka talaga, mabilis ka mag-reply. Di ba? Okay? Questions?
Meron bang AI na parang ChatGPT na custom GPT na lalagyan mo ng information and would reply to both social media and Lazada, Shopee stores na same bot, parang ganun.
I'm aware of. Hindi ko sure. Hindi ko sure kasi honestly, hindi ako mabot eh. Hindi ako ma-messaging campaign eh. So, hindi ko sure kung ano yung merong app na existing na ganun. I'm not sure kung meron sa Botcake, meron sa ManyChat or Pancake. So, there are a lot of messenger bots naman na ano na pwede nyo i-utilize. Okay?
Sorry, may pahabol lang, coach.
Sure.
He said not to edit ongoing ads. How about yung parang automation na FAQ messages? Pwede yan i-edit kahit na ongoing? Or ma-affect niya yung
Just duplicate the same ad and make the changes dun sa ano sa chat flow. Just do not touch the the ad that was able to acquire data already. Masisira yung algorithm nun eh.
Okay.
Mabe-break mo yung momentum ng ad niyon pag pinalitan mo ng chat flow, pinalitan mo ng headline, pag inedit mo yung whatever you touch doon sa ad creatives na yun, mawawala yung momentum niya. It's either masisira or gaganda. Alin lang sa dalawa. Kung gumanda, good for you. Kung nasira, good luck. 'Di ba? All right. Any questions pa? Wala na? There you go. So, yung recording kahapon, na-save po ba? Yes. I believe na-send ko na dun sa dashboard niyo. Nasa dashboard niyo na, Miss Hannah. If you don't know where the dashboard, check yung email ko, nandoon yung instructions on how you can be able to open the dashboard or access the dashboard. Okay, dokes. I'll see you tomorrow, guys, 7:30 p.m. same time. And magkita-kita ulit tayo. I'm gonna discuss the Facebook Ads Calculator, how you can be able to determine your ideal cost and how you can be able to scale your campaigns using the simple mathematics, diba? When scaling your Facebook ads. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Bye.
Thank you, Coach. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.